Hi, quick video walkthrough of what we're doing on this one. So we're looking at tables and justification, bullets, images, the source, and I got tables twice there, sorry, and symbols. Here's the instructions, and we're going to recreate this Dear Chris menu, okay? So if I put the instructions over here again, I'm going to type the first paragraph, justify, we've already done that. Any words in italics we're going to find synonyms for, so let's look at this. So I just typed in the words without any formatting, and let's check. We want Times New Roman 12, so I'm going to highlight here and say Times New Roman 12-point font, and fully justify the first paragraph. So here's the first paragraph, and I needed to fully justify, remember that. And then any of the words that were in italics, we were going to change them. So first let's put them in italics so they're there, and I think I'll make them bold as well. And how do I change it to find out the source to look up for synonyms? Right? Oftentimes if I right click, I can find out what I'm looking for. And when I right click, I can have define, and it gives me it's an adjective, so it gives me the dictionary, but then also gives me some other names for it, right? And then you have to find one that makes sense, that you are crazy, mental, nuts, nutty, nutso, right? And any of those ones I could use instead of mad, and we can move on from there. What else we need to do? We need a table. So the table looks like this. It looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns. So when I insert my table, I'm going to say over here, insert, there's table, insert table, and it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, I'll remind you.
And 7 down. Good morning. And then we can look at some of the formatting as well. For example, things like highlighting one of the rows. Oftentimes if we right click, we can find out what we're looking for. And we can also then go to the table tool here and say, okay, what else is going on in here? We can merge those cells together, for example. So I'm not going to give much more on this one, but we can look at some other things about in the table and how things work, right? There's some table properties and about the dimensions, and you can look at all that. So again, in these assignments, I'm not looking for just recreating, but going back and finding out what else you can do. So for example, if I highlighted these cells here and I went to table, I can look at different properties under it. Like, oh, it's got a background, so I could give it a gray shading background if I wanted to. And I can have it so that it's in the center. So when I type something in here, let's make it a little bit bigger. I can make it wider. It stays in the center of the cell, or I can make it left and right centering. Okay, and I can look at the borders and everything else. So have a look at all the different things you can do here, and have a go at it.